Alright everyone, welcome back to the Aircraft Showcase and Air Combat. Hey Cross, thank you for being a mod for 42 years. And no, I have no idea when that streak had been. 42 months! God damn it. I've been away from streaming for too long. But anyway, thank you for being a mod for 42 months. That's the meaning of life right there. Anyway, today we're going to continue the showcase with a new game. The one that started it all. Air Combat. Now there's only 16 aircraft, so we're going to shoot for 2 episodes with 8 aircraft each. Although, after the first 4, I might see how long it's been. I might divvy it up to 4 episodes of 4. But anyway, without further introduction, let's go ahead and head back to get going. So as you can see from the extra 111 up at the top right, this file has unlocked the stage select. Things I want to see from these Combat 7 Money Community before 8 comes out. Live 22 add-on. And after. I'm pretty sure the YF-22 is a thing. I don't know about the Talon. Anyway, we got stage select. Man can train. Yeah. I don't know if I can select difficulty, though. This will be interesting. Because I'm going to shoot for normal, not hard. Oh, okay. Normal. Gotcha. Okay, so... yeah. Let's see if I can figure out how to get this going. Our first mission is actually going to be mission 5. There we go. Pipelines.
Reconnaissance indicates a weak link in their fuel supply infrastructure. A single pipeline transfers all crude oil from their fields to their refinery. Strike both the pipeline and the refinery. Target: oil refinery plant and oil field. Use the pipeline as a reference to the refinery. Locate and destroy.
All right. Yeah, let's go left. Support. Let's do the F-18. We'll do guard my tail. Alright, so our first aircraft, I'm doing this in alphabetical order from the wiki. Is the A-10 Thunderbolt II, better known as the Warthog. Some quick real-life stuff. The A-10 Thunderbolt II, or the Warthog, is a close air support attack aircraft. National origin is the United States. Manufacturer, Fairchild Republic. It is still currently in service, despite many people thinking it's obsolete. But the old warbird refuses to die. Its only user is the United States Air Force. 616 have been built, and it was manufactured from 1972 to 1984. It was introduced on October 1977. Its first flight, May 10th, 1972. Its stats in this game and its effect were based off the false prototype. It was until before they got an accurate detail. Yeah, I think so. I think it's based off the fall prototype. Yeah. The A10 game stats has a defense of 5, stability of 5, offense of 4, mobility of 4, which is crazy because normally the A10 is not very mobile. It has a power of 1. I don't exactly know what those stats mean. But I think defense is your armor and hit points. Power, I believe, is your speed. Mobility, I believe, is your turning rate. Offense is your attack power. And stability is, well, stability. Defense also might be your ground attack? I don't know. Also, we have this lovely brown livery as the main livery, aside from the Phoenix livery, which I don't think I can switch between.
Reconnaissance indicates a weak link in their fuel supply infrastructure.
Yeah, no, I can't switch between them. Oh well.
Reconnaissance indicates a weak link in their fuel supply infrastructure. A single pipeline
Yeah, hello, Amadeus. The A10's mobility set was blessed by Arma from Joint Assault. Yeah. I can see it. Or, you know, the bunker shot A10s from Ace 4. Yeah. So this thing is going to be tanky and stable. It's got a pretty good turning, and it's got very good attack power. It's just slow as hell. You know, the biggest thing I hate about air combat is the fact that third-person mode is almost unplayable because you have no HUD and no radar.
Ready? Break now! Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Well, locked. On our left.
Yeah. Okay.
Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight.
Come on, Ross. I'm gonna throw. Hello, Ross. You just missed.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot down. Bogey on our 6.
So yeah, the A10 does not like to dogfight. If you
Enemy in sight.
guess.
Enemy locked on target. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Stay with him. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6.
Come on.
Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Take off.
Fox 2.
Bogey on our tail. On our left. Up ahead. Enemy locked on
I am
target.
hoping to
Fire.
get-
Shoot down. Bogey on our
Body
tail.
damage. Alert, body damage.
On our left.
Alert,
Pay attention
body
to the
damage.
game, not the chat, Raz.
Alert, body damage.
Fire.
Alert,
Fox 2.
body damage.
Alright.
Enemy locked on target. Enemy locked on target. Altitude too low. Fire. Enemy in sight. Quick shot.
Anyway. Alright, thank you for the alert, Cross.
Enemy in sight.
Oh god. Ground
Enemy in
attack in
sight.
this game fucking sucks.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Quick shot. Altitude too low. Fire.
Yeah.
Enemy in sight. Altitude too low. Fire. Enemy in sight.
Fire!
Bingo! Yahoo! Altitude too low. Fire.
Alright. Now we gotta follow the pipelines. Looks like we are following the eastern one. How's replay mode in the original game?
Let's return to mission, buddy.
I mean, it's very arcadey, but
Enemy in
honestly,
sight.
there's
Enemy target
not
located.
a lot of replay value in
Enemy locked on
one.
target.
The PS2 game or the PS1 game that has the most replay value is 2, easily.
Enemy in
3
sight.
does to a point because of the multiple
Bogey on our 6.
branching story modes, but overall the PS1 trilogy
Enemy in sight.
just doesn't have the same replay value as, say, the PS2 trilogy or later. Because there's just not as much to do because the game is
Enemy
smaller.
locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Take off.
And
Jesus, miss.
air combat is extremely bare bones.
Stay with him. Toes on our right. Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Take off. Altitude too low. Fire.
Caution. Warning.
Enemy locked on us. Missile approaching. Dive.
Caution.
Dive.
Caution. Alert. Body
Ow.
damage.
Altitude too low.
Alert. Body
Fire.
damage. Alert.
Let's
Body
return
damage.
to mission, buddy.
Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body damage.
So much for guarding my tail there. Taking that out of your paycheck.
Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Bogey at 12 o'clock. Bogey on our 6. Enemy target located. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Quick shot.
I do not like the first
Enemy locked
person
on target.
view.
Fire. Bogey on our 6.
Don't really have a choice.
Enemy bogey on our 6.
Fire!
Quick shot.
Oh, you asshole, you
Bogey
take
on our
3.
6.
Okay, fine. Have a third.
Back one. Bogey on our 6. Take off. Enemy in up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Bingo. Yeah. Bogey on our 6.
Alright.
On our right. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Stay with him. Jesus, miss. with him.
There we go.
Don't let him get away. Jesus, miss.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Stay with him.
Fox 2.
Don't Jesus, miss.
Son of a bitch!
Stay with him.
There we go.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target.
Damn it.
Caution.
Should have slowed the throttle down to strafe the
Enemy in
tank.
sight.
Forget how much of a pew shooter this gun is. Alright. 2 more pipelines left.
Let's return to mission, buddy.
I am returning to mission. I never left the mission. Yeah, quirk of all the air combat planes
Enemy in
is
sight.
their guns all shoot from the same spot.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Shot.
Which is under the right or the left wing. Oh my god. How
Enemy in
far
sight.
out is this thing?
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Shot. Enemy in sight. Up ahead. Bogey at 12 o'clock. Bogey on our 6.
Alert, body damage.
Bingo!
Alert, body
Yeah!
damage. Alert,
Take off.
body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert,
Alright.
body damage.
Up ahead.
Oh great, Eagles.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot him down. Bingo! Yahoo! Bogey on our tail. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Take off. Stay with him. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot him down. Take off.
Alright.
On our right. Bogey on our 6. On our right.
Pull back on the throttle. There we go.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot him down! Stay with him.
Fox
Let
2.
him get away. Great shot!
Oh,
Stay
you
with him.
bastard. You.
Don't
Yeah.
let him get away. Back one.
There we go.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Go, fly!
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
Alright, so that was almost 20 minutes. 20 minutes per. That would be 4. 20. 60. 20. Well, we'll figure it out. All right, so our next aircraft. Let me just pull it up here. Is For some reason, a fan favorite. Not my favorite, but what am I gonna do? Okay, so here we're gonna go back to mission 2. Actually, mission 1.
This is an evaluation of your operational abilities. Intelligence reports an enemy supply unit.
Oh, I
moving
forgot to mention.
resupply their fuel
All these
position.
planes are gonna have
You should
60
have the
standard
advantage of
missiles.
surprise. You should have localized air
What type of
superiority
missiles
for
they
the
are will
duration of the
depend
operation.
upon
Target,
the
C5A
aircraft.
supply unit.
For the A-10, they were AIM-9 Sidewinders. But anywho, our next aircraft we gotta go all the way to the back, the other side, because, you know, why not? They should be in order from here on out. Yeah, the F-4 Phantom, made by McDonnell Douglas for the United States. This was an interceptor and fighter bomber. Read strike bomber. It was also a capable Wild Weasel. It was manufactured by McDonnell Douglas. It is currently in limited service, but the primary operators have all retired it. Those being the United States Air Force, the United States Navy, the United States Marine Corps, the JASDF, the Royal Air Force, just to name a few. 5,195 have been built from 1958 to 1981. It was introduced into the United States Navy on December 30th, 1960. Its first flight was May 27th, 1958. And yeah, its in-game stats. Its in-game stats, we have a defense of 2, power of, or speed of 3, mobility of 2, offense or attack of 2, and stability of 3. This is basically the starter plane. And it's got, in the livery, we've got green body with a red tail, and the shark mouth. Of course, we also have the Phoenix livery. But again, I don't know how to toggle that. Let me see if the wiki has an idea. I don't know. Nope. Okay, I can't toggle between it. Fair enough. Let's see here. We are armed with like 9,999 rounds, 20mm rounds in the gun. Because all these planes have guns, whether they have them in real life or not. I don't know what model of plane this is. I'm going to guess the E variant, or the Echo variant. We also have 65 AIM-9 Sidelanders. But, yeah. This is the first plane you would ever fly in the first game ever in the Ace Combat series. Literally fly in F4. I guess you gotta start somewhere. But, what's supposed to be going in the morning? Well, does Team Mexico play tonight, Starscream?
Ready?
Because that would make sense.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Down! Bingo! Yahoo!
Just finished. Ah, how'd you do? Did you advance?
Post on our right. Up ahead.
2-0. I'm assuming that was.
On our right.
I'm assuming you won. Who did you play?
Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot him down. Stay with him. Don't let him go. Bingo! Yahoo! Stay with
Well,
him.
that's 1/3 of the group stage. South Africa. Okay.
On our right.
And
On our left. Up ahead.
hail hydrate. Okay. Give me a second.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot him down. Jesus!
All right. Fine. There we go.
Don't let him get away.
Fox
Stay
2.
with him.
There we go. Yeah, I picked this mission
Enemy target
because,
located.
one, this is the starting mission for the starter aircraft, but two,
I'm losing him. Enemy in sight. Up ahead.
we are an interceptor, and this is a perfect intercept mission. Just playing dirty in the gut. Oh.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot him down. Great shot.
Yeah, I don't know when Team USA
Don't let him
plays,
get away.
or who we play against. I
Enemy
think
target
it's
located.
Paraguay,
Enemy in sight.
but yeah, I'm rooting for Team USA. Do I think we're gonna go very far? Probably not. But I always like to root for the home team, and
Enemy locked on target.
Well,
Fire! Shoot him down.
my home teams are the Kansas City team, so I'm used to rooting for the underdog.
Don't let him get away. On our right.
Paraguay play tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific, so 9 Eastern, so 8 Central.
Fire! Shoot him down. Focus
Yeah,
on our
yeah.
six.
Well,
Don't let him
good
get
luck
away.
to any and all members of Team USA.
Focus on our tail. On our left.
That's okay. Starscream, if I've grown up with converting Eastern to Central all the time because every TV show when I grew up
Enemy
was
locked on target. Fire! Shoot him down.
they listed it in Eastern and then immediately Central. So I knew how to convert between Eastern and Central
Wasted.
as a child. So if you put something in Eastern, I'll know it's in or what it is in Central, as long as you tell me if it's in Eastern. Czechia. Is it Czechia or Czech Republic? I think they did a name change recently. I'm not sure who I want to win for that one, to be honest. It's Czechia now? Okay. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, World Cup. And my city is, well, city is a loose term. I live close to it, but My city is one of the host cities.
Enemy inside.
Kansas City. And any team that has been based here has been having a wild ride because of all the severe storms that have been a thing.
Stay with him. Up ahead. On our right.
But surprisingly, the traffic around here hasn't been that heavy. And I am thankful for that.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot down. Stay with Dingo. Yahoo! Don't let him get away.
That I know
Blue him
around
away.
here we've got mission accomplished. We've got
Mission
the
accomplished.
I believe the teams that are based here are the Argentinians, the Algerians, those are the two big ones that we keep hearing about. Let me just look it up. Which World Cup teams are based in Kansas City? Okay, so the team base camps in Kansas City are Argentina, England, the Netherlands, and the Algerians. Match schedule. Next week we have Argentina and Algeria, Ecuador and Curaçao. I can't pronounce it. June 25th, Tunisia and the Netherlands. June 27th, Algeria and Austria. Knockout matches July 3rd, round 32 of matches. Teams to be determined, and July 11th, quarterfinal match, teams to be determined. Okay. Croatia? That might be. No, it's not Croatia. Here, let me, I'll post it in chat stars. That team is playing Ecuador in Kansas City on June 20th. I have never seen that country before, so I don't even know what continent they're on. I'm guessing South America? But I don't know. Anyway, next plane. Another intercept.
AWACS reports an enemy incursion in our sector. We are diverting you from local air support to forward operations. Neutralize the approaching units. Target enemy attacking force. Formation makeup is unknown. Expect enemy fighter support and a tough dogfight.
Now
Good
this
luck.
one is genuinely a fan favorite. That we're going to be looking at here. And that is the Grumman F-14 Tomcat. This is the A model. Is an interceptor, air superiority, and later multi-role fighter. National origin was the United States. Manufactured by Grumman. It is currently out of service. As far as we know. Sorry. The air around here is not conducive to those with asthma, so. As primary users were the United States Navy and the Iranians. 712 were built across all variants. It's manufactured from 1969 to 1991. The first F-14A was introduced on September 22nd, 1974 to the United States Navy. The first American Tomcats to be deployed on a carrier were deployed on CVN-65 USS Enterprise. And its first flight was December 21st, 1970. And the last Tomcat was retired from the United States Navy on September 22nd, 2006. Exactly, I want to say 30 years after its introduction. Maybe 40 years? I don't know. I can't do math right now. $32 years. Hello, Yusik. Welcome to stream. Yep, Tomcats. Last I heard there's 3 Tomcats. There's throwing 2Ds in the night. Yeah, that is if the Maverick Act actually passed. I don't see why it wouldn't, given its unanimous approval in the Senate. I believe it either has passed the House or is projected to pass the House, and I do not see any reason why it would not be signed into law. Ross, I'm not too terribly invested in the World Cup, other than the fact that I live in around a host city. Sometimes it's easier just to tell out-of-towners that I live in a big city, even though I don't. But I'm close enough it counts. Anyway, but yeah, the Maverick Act is restoring 3 Tomcats, including 1 to flight status. Note, I do not mean combat status, which is what some people are thinking. No, it's going to be air show status. But, yeah, pretty much everyone loves the Tom. I mean, everyone. The Tomcat has long been an American icon. A large part of that is due to Top Gun, yes. But yeah, it should be an easy pass. The only reason why you wouldn't pass the Maverick Act is, honestly, I don't see a good reason. Because its stated purpose is to preserve and restore some Tomcats for more active display for preservation and historical purposes and educational purposes. There's literally no reason why that shouldn't be a thing. It's not even going to require all that much tax dollars, because I think in the bill it's saying that private organizations are going to be funding it, and the private organizations have already pledged the funds. So that's not even a reason. Anyway, in-game stats, the Tomcat has a defense of 3, speed of 4, mobility of 2, offense or attack of 4, and stability of 4. We are armed with a 20mm, 9 quad 9s in the ammo count, and 65 AIM 9 Sidewinders. Good luck. There's not many of those. Yeah. One thing that you will note is in air combat, the wings of the Tomcat do not animate. Ace Combat 2 is the first time that the wings would actually open and close.
Ready?
Well, I'm not really invested into the World Cup because I don't really care much about sports ball.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Warning! Shot! Warning! Focus on our 6. On our right!
Possibly. I know there's a few privately owned Tomcats, and with the Maverick Act passed, it will be a lot easier for privately owned citizens to actually get a hold of parts because they won't be cracking down on them as much. There are more countries spread across F1 champions compared to the World Cup. Yeah.
Enemy in sight.
There are definitely teams that keep winning it versus not.
Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot down! Focus on our 6.
But to be fair, in some parts of the world,
Focus on our 6.
soccer and FIFA, or football for
Up ahead!
non-Americans,
Enemy in sight.
it is quite literally on a religious level of dedication. So I would expect those teams or those countries to be very good. Oh shit! Ow! Yeah, one thing that I don't like about air combat, you can't see where the missiles are in your radar. You have no idea where they're coming from. So I feel like I'm flying blind. Hello, Floof. Hell, hydrate. Yeah. Luckily, I don't really have to.
AWACS reports an enemy incursion in our sector.
All right, let's go. Let's Minecraft this. Ooh. Miss, of course. Know where they are at all. Yep, that's true. The missile knows where it is at all times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't. And if it subtracts where it is from where it isn't.
Ready? Break now!
Okay, I gotta take out the
Locked on. Locked on. Missile approaching. Dive! Up ahead! Take off! Move on our tail! On our left! Enemy in sight! Up ahead! Focus on our 6! Up ahead! Enemy in sight! On our left! Up ahead! Focus on our 6! Enemy in sight! Enemy in sight! Focus on our 6! Bingo! Yahoo! Take off!
Fire!
Enemy target located.
Target down.
On our right. Enemy in sight. Up ahead.
Fox 2.
Focus on our 6. ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Fire! Wait! On our left!
Alright, there's a tornado on this side.
Enemy in sight. Take off! On our left! Up ahead! Fire! Shoot it down! On our right! Up ahead! Enemy in sight! Fire! Shoot it down! Blew him away! On our right! Up ahead!
Alright. Those are AOX. I'm not worried about them. That's an AOX. Okay.
Enemy locked on
Do I
target.
just have
Fire,
AWACS
shoot it
left?
down.
That's the case.
On our
That's
right.
cool.
Bogey on our 6.
Alright, but yeah, you see, the wings don't close at all.
Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Jesus, miss! Quick shot! Stay with him.
Come on.
Here.
Alright, there we go.
Up ahead.
I'm shooting.
Bogey on
Part
our
is
6.
this makes sense. Let's make that.
On our left.
Yeah, that was a meme from somewhere. Eventually got adapted into Project Wingman because Prez's voice actress
Stay with him.
did the
Don't let him
meme.
get away. Jesus.
But yeah, it does kind of make sense depending upon what type of missile. I actually there's a clip of me kind of summarizing it based off the Fox codes. In when I was doing the flanker run in A7. A Fox 1 or a semi-active radar-guided missile. The missile knows where it is because the plane that fired it knows where it is. Basically, the semi-active nature means that the missile rides
Enemy in sight.
a radar wave that the
Locked on target.
firing plane or aircraft is painted onto the target. And so as long as the target stays in that cone, the missile knows where it is because the plane knows the target is. For a Fox 2, the missile knows where it is because the target is hot.
Don't let him get away.
Fox 2s are infrared guided
Enemy in
missiles.
sight.
Therefore, they lock on to the closest heat source, which is usually the thing that's targeted. Modern IR missiles are a lot better at this because they also use the IRST, which allows it to visually kind of lock on.
Enemy in sight.
But it goes after thermal
Enemy in
signatures.
sight.
Then Fox 3 are active radars. The missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. The missile has its own radar-guided system, which means that it knows where it is at all times. And it will use its own radar to guide itself to the target. They are often called fire and forget missiles because the firing aircraft can lock on, fire, and then forget. You can move on to the next target.
Mission accomplished.
All right. Oh, they have the Triforce. Nice. Yeah. So I actually do know what I'm doing on air combat. It's just I feel like I'm flying without half my instruments. what Raz just said. Yay! I made some semblance of sense. Alright. Let me just double check the weather radar here. Because I know the Missouri side is getting bombarded with storms. But I'm good. Okay, cool. Okay, so for our next aircraft, we're heading to Mission 11. Alright, let me see if I can, just for future purposes, I want to see if I can switch difficulties from this. Thing. Also, I need to hold the next aircraft. Okay, so I can. It's stuck on normal. Fair enough. Alright, so our next aircraft.
The captured port has become a key resupply facility for our forces. We cannot allow the enemy to cripple or recapture it. Current intelligence suggests the enemy is preparing a bombing raid, utilizing stealth bombers. Even one can devastate the facility. Keep alert. Target, stealth bomber wing.
So our next aircraft is the McDonnell Douglas F-15 Eagle. This is the C model, or the Charlie model. It is an air superiority fighter, or dare I say it, air supremacy, built for the United States of America. Manufacturer used to be McDonnell Douglas, although before manufacturing ceased, it was taken over by Boeing when McDonnell Douglas got bought out. It is still in service, and its primary users are the United States Air Force, the JASDF, the Saudis, and the Israelis. Across all models, the A, or the Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, J, and Delta J. It was manufactured from 1972 to 1997. It was introduced January 9th, 1976 into the United States Air Force. Its first flight was July 27th, 1972. Variants include the Mitsubishi F-15J Kai Eagle and the McDonnell Douglas F-15 SMTD. It was developed into the McDonnell Douglas / Boeing F-15E Strike Eagle. So, yeah, the Strike Eagle is a different platform altogether. It's like the Legacy Hornet and the Super Hornet. Different aircraft. Same general chassis. So the aircraft that has the 104 and 0 record is the Charlie Eagle, not Strike Eagle. Anyway, our in-game stats, we have a defense of 4, a speed of 4, mobility of 3, attack of 5, and a stability of 2. You've got a 20 millimeter and 65 AIM-9 Sidewinders. This is one of the better air-to-air aircraft, in my opinion. I think the only two that are better are the YF-22 and the SU-27. But this is one of my favorite aircraft. I just love the design of it, which is odd since for the Eagle to be one of my favorite aircraft because I'm such a naval aviation buff. But the Eagle is just that good. It just looks like a fighter. All right, let's go.
Ready?
Although it doesn't look that great with the PS1
Enemy
graphics.
target located. Fire! Shoot it down! Up ahead! Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our tail! Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Enemy locked on target. Fire on our left! Take off! Take back on our right!
Warning.
Bogey on our 6.
Warning.
Enemy in sight. Bogey on our tail! Enemy target. Take off! On our left! Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! We're back one! Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Fire! Shoot it down! We're back one! Take off! Bogey on our 6.
Come on.
Enemy in sight. Up ahead! Fire!
Yeah, these are the Rafale Cs across the RC01.
Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Stay with him. Don't let him get away. Jesus! Miss! Stay with him. Bingo! Yahoo! Blew him away.
All right.
Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Put it down! Freaking wasted! Fire! Put it down! Enemy target located.
Kaboom!
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, from the top and the sides it looks cool, but it looks kind of derpy from the back, thanks to the graphics. Just the angle that it is, I think. Because the nose looks like it's pointed slightly up. Alright, Ross. Thank you for lurk. All right, how much time? Oh yeah, we've got plenty of time. Okay. All right, so our next aircraft, we're going back down to mission 2. Fighter superiority. Nope.
Immediate mobilization required. Our base's position was compromised in the last enemy push. Reports indicate imminent arrival of bombers. Scramble and ace those bogies. Target B-52 Bomber Force.
All right, so our next aircraft is the modern starter, the General Dynamics F-16 Fighting Falcon. This is the Charlie variant. It's going wiki. It is a multi-role fighter and an air superiority fighter built for the United States as part of the program. Part of the lightweight fighter program. But it was originally made for the United States. Its manufacturer was General Dynamics from 1974 to 1993. Then Lockheed took over after buying out General Dynamics from 1993 to 1995. Then when they merged with Martin, they became Lockheed Martin, and they've been manufacturing it from 1995 to 2017. Is still in service with the United States Air Force and 25 others that are too numerous to count, at least for the moment. 4,604 have been built across all variants. In total, it's been manufactured nonstop from 1973 to 2017. It was introduced to the United States Air Force on August 17th, 1978. Its first flight, unplanned, was January 20th, 1974. Planned, February 2nd, 1974. It was developed later into the Vought Model 1600, which was a proposal for the Navy, but lost out to the Northrop YF-17, later McDonnell Douglas FA-18. The General Dynamics F-16XL, the Mitsubishi F-2 Viper Zero, and the Lockheed Martin F-16V Viper, which is the more improved variant. The livery we got here is the standard Hill Gray. Our game stats, we've got a defensive 1, stability of 1, which makes sense. This thing is unstable as hell, IRL. A speed of 5, mobility of 4, and offense of 3. This thing is nimble as fuck, but it's a glass cannon. We also have 65 AIM-9 Sidewinders and a 20mm. Yeah, the F-16 is essentially the American equivalent to the MiG-29 Fulcrum and the Dassault Mirage and the JAS-39 Gripen.
Enemy locked on target. Bogey on our 6.
From the Saab.
On our left.
Is it one-to-one comparison, no.
Bogey on our 6.
But those are the aircraft that are in its same weight class, more or less.
Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our 6. Fire! Shoot it down! Stay with him. Jesus, miss! Enemy targets located. On our right. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Bogey on our 6. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Enemy target picked off. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Great shot! Don't let him get away!
Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body
On our
damage.
tail!
Alert, body damage.
On our
Alert,
left!
body damage.
On our left! On our right! Enemy in sight. Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down!
So you can really feel the instability. I'm having to correct a lot of the flying here.
Don't let him get away. Bogey on our 6. Enemy pull out of it.
Engine stall.
Bogey at 12 Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Blew him away.
All right.
I'm losing him. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Yahoo! Here! Toast! Bogey on our 6.
I mean bogey on
Take
our
off.
6.
Bogey on our tail! On our left! Enemy target located.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Stay with him. Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it. Wait!
There we go.
Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Bogey on our tail!
And you go.
On our right! Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Yahoo!
It's 2.
Don't let him get away! Toast!
This is left. All right, should just have the one air target left.
Enemy in front. Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Bingo! Yahoo! Don't let him get away! Here! Toast!
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
All right. Moving right along. Three more aircraft left to go. That one, we're going for mission 9. There we go. Mission 9.
Naval Intelligence report a transport heading to Nawikot Bay. Since it may be a troop transport, we need to sink it before it docks. Follow up with destruction of the island port facilities. The opposition is expected to consist of an enemy fighter wing of unknown composition and patrolling Aegis warships. The Aegis missile system is highly effective. Eliminate the warships quickly.
Alright, so our got F-18s, F-29s, and Rafales. Since money doesn't matter, guard my tail. Alright, our next aircraft is the venerable FA-18 Charlie Hornet. It was built and manufactured by McDonnell Douglas based off of plans and designs from Northrop, since it was derived from the Northrop YF-17. It is a multi-role fighter built for the United States Navy. Manufactured by McDonnell Douglas from 1974 to 1997 in conjunction with Northrop from those times. And then after that, McDonnell Douglas and Northrop were kind of given a hard divorce when Boeing bought out McDonnell Douglas. And Boeing continued manufacturing the Legacy Hornet from 1997 to 2000. It is still in service. Primary users used to be the United States Navy, that's historical, the United States Marine Corps, the Finnish, and the Spanish Air Force. The Canadians have their own variant, which is the CF-18 Hornet. It was developed from the YF-17 Cobra for the lightweight fighter program. It also has, it was also derived into the High Alpha Research Vehicle, the HARV. It was introduced to the Marine Corps on January 7th, 1983, and in the Navy in July 1st, 1984. Its first flight was November 18th, 1978, and it was retired from the Australians in 2021, and the Navy, or at least the Legacy Hornet, in 2019. As for game stats, we have a defense of 2, power of 4, mobility of 3, attack of 4, and a stability of 3. This is actually one of the more well-rounded aircraft. It is a multi-role, so it's good for air-to-air and air-to-ground, which is why I picked it for this mission. And we got a 20mm in the nose and 65 A9 sidewinders. So let's begin.
Ready? Break now. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead! Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Stay with him. Stay back one! Enemy target located. Bogey on our 6. On our left. Up ahead!
I think this actually might be my favorite air combat track. Like a Seagull.
Up ahead! Enemy in sight.
Used to be head first, and I still love head first,
Enemy target located.
but this just sounds so much better.
On our right. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down. Enemy in sight. Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down. Remove him away. Enemy in sight.
Yeah, the Hornet, as most of you know,
Enemy locked on target.
is the final evolution of
Enemy in
the
sight.
F5 Tiger.
Enemy in sight. Oh, fire!
So, despite the fact that it's
Enemy
actually
in sight.
fairly large, it isn't in the quote-unquote heavy fighter weight class
Enemy locked on target.
because of that design lineage.
Low altitude.
Yeah. Well, Northrop was the one that made the F5, and remember when I said that the FA-18 was
Enemy in sight.
basically developed from the YF-17, the Northrop YF-17 Cobra? Yeah, that's why. But
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on
while
target.
the Air Force was the
Enemy target
F-16,
located. Up
the
ahead. Too low. Fire.
Navy actually decided, no, we're going with
Enemy locked.
the Cobra because
Caution.
we think this would make a better Navy plane.
Caution.
Too low. Fly.
So they had McDonnell Douglas kind of retool it for a Navy plane at the design level, which
Enemy target located.
made it one of the best naval aircraft in history. Is it the best? It's one of them.
On our right. Bogey on our 6. Stay with him. On our left. Up ahead. Fire. Shoot it down. Stay with him. Jesus, miss.
Son of a bitch.
Don't let him get away. Great shot. Stay back one. On our left. Up ahead.
Yeah, flying the Hornet in this game is actually not bad. It's mobile enough to, get behind things, but it's also stable enough that you don't have to overcorrect. It's pretty fast,
Enemy in sight.
but it's slow
Enemy
enough
in
that
sight.
you can use it for ground targets.
Enemy locked on target. Enemy locked. Bingo! Yahoo!
It's
Enemy
just
in sight.
overall a very well put together plane. This game. I do have to say the Hornet has grown on me in this game.
Enemy in sight.
Believe it or not, I actually did not like the Hornet early on because I thought it was
Enemy in sight.
responsible for the death of the Tomcat.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
which wasn't true, but it's an easy mistake to make. But it was also kind of reinforced with A6 because the A6 armaments
Body damage.
kind of suck.
Alert body damage. Alert body damage. Alert body damage. Alert
The Hornet?
body damage.
But 7 and Top Gun Maverick
Enemy in sight.
really redeemed the Hornet land.
Enemy in sight.
Caution. Caution. Alert body damage.
God damn it. Fuck! Ah. Okay, so I need to go for the last target first. Okay. There still isn't any real good way to dodge enemy missiles in this game, which does suck. Also, the fact that you can't aim for the center hardpoint of the ship and kill it does kind of irk me.
Naval
Ace
intelligence
4 does the
report
same
of
thing, and I'm not a
transport
fan.
to Navy Bay.
I need to take out that missile launcher first.
Ready? Break now. Enemy locked on target. Fire.
Alert body
Focus on our
damage.
6.
Alert body damage. Alert
On our
body
right. Focus on our
damage.
6.
Alert body damage. Alert
Up
body
ahead.
damage.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Enemy targets located. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it. Jesus. Pokey on our 6. On our left. Pokey on our 6. Up ahead. Pokey on our 6. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Pokey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Take off. Get back one. Pokey on our tail.
Fortunately, the music in
Enemy
this
targets located.
mission is upbeat enough that I'm not as agitated as I normally would be.
Enemy targets located. Up ahead. Fire. Shoot it down. On our right. Up ahead. Remove him away.
Although design-wise, I think the closest aircraft that isn't American but looks the closest to the Hornet would be the Flanker.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target.
Alert body
A
damage.
fuselage that
Alert
is
body
kind of
damage.
above the
Alert
engines.
body damage.
Um,
Alert body damage. Alert body damage.
extended missile
in
rails on the wings. Large triangular
Enemy
wings.
locked on target.
Pointed nose. It looks
Enemy in
vaguely
sight.
enough like a flanker,
Enemy locked on target.
although the flanker is ginormous compared to the Hornet.
Enemy in sight. Altitude too low. Fly.
Caution.
Enemy in sight. locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo!
Although in terms of capabilities, the closest non-American
Enemy in sight.
analog to the Hornet would be the Rafale.
Enemy target
And
located.
as much as it pains as American to say it, I think the
Focus well
Rafale
with lock.
does the multi-role carrier plane bit better than the Hornet does.
Whoa, flying.
Caution.
Bridge
Low
down.
altitude.
Up ahead.
Not by much, but
Enemy in sight.
Dassault knows how to make a carrier plane, I'll give him that.
Stay with him. Bingo! Yeah! Blew him away. Enemy in sight.
Oh, that's just the mission timer. The fuel will go down at a steady rate across all aircrafts, no matter what speed you do.
Enemy
It
in
is a
sight.
disguised timer.
Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo! Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Bingo! Yahoo!
Okay, the front one is definitely a gun.
Enemy in sight.
So let's go with the middle one.
Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo! Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on
Alert.
target.
Body damage.
Bingo! Yahoo!
Alert. Body damage.
That's better.
Mission accomplished.
All right, 2 aircraft left. But before we do that, I'm going to. I'll go ahead and start the briefing, but I'm going to need to take a quick break.
Up to now, our
Right
offensive
back.
missions have been constrained by the presence of civilians in Donut City. A recent evacuation of that city permits us to engage hard targets within the city perimeter. Target 1, Computer Communications Center. Target 2, Enemy Headquarters Building. Night conditions should neutralize enemy ground fire. However, the city has at least 3 interceptors available. We have no intelligence on force composition. From now on, you will have a wingman assigned to you. Inform him of the operation before departure.
All right. Welcome back. I don't know if I can do ad time. Yeah, they don't let me do ad time anymore. Hey, Gio. Welcome to stream. So our next aircraft. That. Next aircraft is, oh my god. It is the F-117 Nighthawk, manufactured by Lockheed. It is a stealth attack craft. Should probably be designated as the A-117, but it was designated as fighter to throw off the Soviets. It has been retired from, or its national origin is the United States, has been retired from combat duty in 2008. However, it is still used as a training aircraft to this day. Its primary user is the United States Air Force. 64 have been built, 5 of them being the prototypes and 59 production models. Its history, it was manufactured from 1981 to 1990 as part of the Have Blue project, and well as technology demonstrator, the Have Blue technology demonstrator. But it was basically built to initially test out radar stealth, and was later said, hey, what if we can drop guided bombs with it? There we go. It was officially introduced in October 1983, and its first flight officially was June 18, 1981. It has no gun or sidewinders, but this version does, because reasons. The weather's fine for now. We get a break until Saturday. Then there's supposed to be more storms. So, you know. But in game, our stats are, well, for lack of a better term, shit. But we've got an almighty 1 in defense, a 2 in speed, a 1 in mobility, a 1 in attack, and a 1 in stability. There is literally no point for this aircraft in this game. Here we go. It's the joke plane. Every game has one. Now, in real life, these things are extremely potent. But in the game, it's just not good.
Ready? Break now.
Oh, my God. Oh, that roll rate. Oh, God.
Enemy in sight.
Ugh.
Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Up ahead! Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Focus 12 o'clock.
Oh, no. Wait. Oh, God. This thing sucks. Yeah, the stats make sense, but this is Strange Real, not the real world. I would like to be able to actually fly my plane. Thank you. So yeah, I'm thinking they definitely overcorrected in Ace 2, because the F-117 is almost a god tier dogfighter. which is
On our
crazy.
left, bogey on our 6.
I'm gonna have this thing in my tail
Bogey on our 6.
non-stop, aren't I?
Up ahead. On our right. Bogey on our tail. On our left.
Yeah, I can't out-turn it!
Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot down. Enemy target located. Jesus, miss. Fire. Shoot it down. Stay with him. Jesus, miss. On our right.
Oh, god damn it, Floof. Hell hydrate.
Oh, pull out of it.
Engine stall.
Good god.
Caution.
Pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out. Hate you, Floof!
Let's return to mission, buddy. Up ahead.
Damn chaotic hamster almost got me killed!
Fire. Shoot it down. Oh, pull out of it.
God fuck damn it, son of a bitch! I hate this aircraft so much. Oh my god. Why?
Bogey at 12 o'clock. Bogey on our
Why
right.
does this exist? And why isn't my wingman taking care of the tornado for me? Oh my god.
Up ahead.
Oh my god.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it
No,
down.
no, 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 fucking
On
help!
our right. Bogey on our 6. Take off. Oh,
Caution.
pull out of it. Bogey on our tail. Bogey on our 6.
Floof is essentially
Enemy in sight.
my brother of choice. So any shit I give him is definitely out of affection, not out of malice.
Bogey on our 6.
Just like I know any shit he gives me is out of affection, not out of malice. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore that tornado because there's no way in hell I'm ever gonna be able to take care of it because I can't get behind it. Because this plane fucking sucks.
Great shot.
This might actually be the worst aircraft in all of Ace Combat history.
Enemy in
Like-
sight.
It is such a pain to fly.
Enemy locked on target. Great shot.
Like, oh my god, I don't know why this was
Enemy target
in
located.
introduced in this
Up
game.
ahead.
It fucking sucks. There's literally no
Enemy
point
on
for
our
it.
left. Bogey on our 6. Enemy in sight. Take
There's no
off.
reason why it has to be
Locked on
this
target.
bad.
Great shot. Bogey on our 6.
Poor Cressy playing his tools.
On our left.
Here's the thing, I didn't make my tools.
Enemy. Bogey on our tail.
The tool was given
Enemy locked
to
on
me
target. Bingo.
by someone else who made it,
Bogey on our 6.
blindfolded and drunk.
I'm losing him. Take off. Enemy target located. Enemy in sight.
Caution.
Great shot. Enemy target located. On our left. Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo! Up ahead. Bogey on our 6.
Just gonna ignore those because there's no way I'm just gonna go for the TGTs. Just go for the TGTs,
Bogey on
Raz.
our tail.
End the nightmare.
Enemy bogey at 12 o'clock. Great shot. Bogey on our tail.
Alert. Body damage.
Thank God.
Mission accomplished.
Oh, that was... Like, I don't know if you guys could see it from the stream, but if I had an actual stick, it would be buried in my chest because I pulled back so hard on it, and it maybe goes like it has a 10-degree turn radius. Like the nose lifts up 10 degrees. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, now we're on to our final aircraft and a much better one. Well, final aircraft of today. Take a fortress.
Our offensive operations are now concentrated on the Scorpion Island fortress. The base itself is a hard nut to crack, but we will isolate it by eliminating its bridge and central runway. Target, red suspension bridge to the island and its Air Force base. There will be
Yep.
plenty of ack-ack and
Yeah, the
defenses
air
around the
combat
runway.
version
Go
of the
into one
Nighthawk
fast and
is
break
very
up
definitely
operations.
stinky cheese. And our final aircraft for tonight is the YF-22 Lightning. Yes, I know it says F-22, but the design and shape of the wings, tail, and nose, plus the livery, that is the YF-23. So I'm going to consider, the wiki considers it the YF-23. So, real life stats, the YF-23, or not YF-23, YF-22. Lockheed YF-22 Lightning was a stealth fighter prototype and technology demonstrator, and was Lockheed's entrant into the Air Force's Advanced Tactical Fighter competition, the ATF. It is currently retired because, well, it served its purpose. Its national origin in the United States is manufactured by the Lockheed Corporation with support from Boeing and General Dynamics, which one of those two Lockheed eventually bought. Two of them were built, and they were manufactured from 1989 to 1990. Its first flight was September 29th, 1990. And it was developed into the more well-known Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor. As for our game stats, they are a lot better than the Lightning by far. So we have a 4 in defense, a 5 in power and mobility, strangely a 2 in offense, although that might reflect the fact that it's a prototype, not originally made for combat. And then we've also got a stability of 3. Yeah. We've got 65 AIM-9s and 20 millimeter in the shoulder. Let's go ahead and launch.
Ready? Break now! Enemy in sight. Enemy target located. Enemy locked on target. Up ahead! Bogey on our 6.
Bum, 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 ba-dum.
Up ahead!
Bum, bum, bum,
Up
bum,
ahead.
ba-dum.
Bogey on our 6. On our right. Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6.
You
Enemy
little
in sight.
shits.
Take off! Diffuser, missed! Don't let him get away! Bingo, back one! Enemy target
There we go.
located. Up ahead!
Well,
Up ahead!
don't want to overshoot.
Lost the missile approaching. Dive,
Oh, boy.
dive. On our right! Up ahead!
Son of a bitch shot at me.
On our left!
Ah.
Enemy in sight. Up ahead!
Oh yay, now we're in a rolling scissors. Gotta love it.
Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it down! Remove him away!
Not enough there, though.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo! Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Great shot! Enemy target located. Enemy in sight. Fire! Shoot it! Bogey on our 6. On our
Yeah, in
left.
terms of
Up ahead!
maneuverability and flying, the YF-22 actually might be the best in this
Enemy in
game,
sight.
which would make sense seeing as how it is the box
Bogey on our
art.
6.
Caution.
Pull out of it!
Engine stall.
On
Caution.
our right! Bogey on our tail!
I just wish it had more teeth to go with
On
it.
our right! Enemy in sight. Enemy locked a missile approaching. Dive! Dive! Up ahead! Enemy in sight. Take off! Jesus, miss!
Son of a bitch.
Don't let him get away!
There we go.
Stay with
Oh,
him.
you son of a asshole!
Jesus, miss!
Caution.
No, pull out of it!
Ah!
Up ahead! No,
Caution.
pull out of it!
I love how the enemy can go above your stall limit. Because there's a altitude service ceiling that we have in this game. And it seems like the enemies can go over it and you can't.
Wasted!
Gotta love when that happens. That was
Enemy target
sarcasm,
located.
by the way.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Great shot! On our left. Up ahead. Great shot! Don't let him get away. Jesus, miss! No! Pull out of it!
Ah!
Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire! Shoot it down! Back one!
There we go. Speaking of. Well, there's a trope about that. It's called the computer is a cheating bastard.
Enemy locked on
And
target.
that is so true.
Enemy in sight.
Which is why I have no problems cheating against the computer. Because the computer will cheat against me.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Great shot! Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Bingo! Yahoo!
Caution.
Enemy in sight.
Halted. Halted.
As I said, the Raptor seems to be the easiest
Enemy
one
in
to
sight.
dodge missiles. And so I appreciate that.
Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yahoo! Enemy in sight. Wingman. Enemy target located. Bingo! Yahoo! Bogey on our 6.
Bogey, huh?
All right.
Sure it's not a bandit?
Up ahead.
Yeah, that's a bandit.
Bogey on our 6. On our left. Up ahead. On our right. And up ahead.
Come on.
Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Fire. Shoot it down. Quick shot. Close.
Bye-bye.
An enemy target located. On our right. Bogey on our 6. Enemy locked on target. Take off. On our right. Enemy in sight. Up ahead. Bogey on our 6. Bogey
Oh,
on our
God.
6. Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our tail. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Enemy in sight. Fire. Put it down. Bring shot.
Mine.
Stay with him. Bingo! Yahoo! Jesus missed! Jesus missed! Stay with him. Back one. Bogey on our 6. On our left. Bogey on our tail. Take off. Bogey on our 6. On our right. Up ahead. Bogey at 12 o'clock. And on our right. Bogey on our 6. Bogey on our tail. On our right. Oh, pull out of it.
Yeah,
Bogey at
okay.
12 o'clock. Bogey on our 6. On our left. Up ahead.
Warning.
Lost missile approaching. Dive. Dive. Bogey on our 6. Oh,
Caution.
pull out of it.
Damn it.
Enemy in sight. Bogey on our 6. Take off. Don't let him get away. Back one. Enemy target located.
Gotcha.
Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Bogey on our 6. Up ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Stay with him. Don't let him get wasted. Oh, pull out of it. Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Bingo! Yeah!
Alright, we're down to 13 missiles. But there shouldn't be any more aircraft, so...
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target.
Halted.
Great shot! Enemy in sight.
Whoa, hello.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target.
Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body damage. Alert. Body damage.
Oh, pull out of it.
Also, this
Enemy
thing can
inside.
recover from a stall very easily. again, I appreciate.
Enemy locked on target. Enemy bingo! Yahoo! Altitude too low. Flying.
Caution. Low altitude. Caution.
Altitude too low. Flying.
Low altitude. Caution.
Enemy in sight. Enemy locked on target. Quick shot! Altitude too low. Flying.
All right,
Mission accomplished.
and this thing in the showcase is complete. Just under 2 hours. Nice. So yeah, as for the schedule for this week going forward, we're going to try and keep to what it was. But just know that weather is a thing this week. Tomorrow should be clear. So tomorrow we'll have Dragon Age 2 and Batman Arkham Knight. Saturday, provided streams are a thing, we'll have we'll have The Witcher 3 Sunday, Baldur's Gate 3 Monday will be Final Fantasy 9. Next Wednesday will be Star Trek Shattered Universe and Ace Combat 7 Hornets only. And the next week on the showcase, we will complete air combat with the 8 remaining aircraft, and let's take a look at them. So we've got the YF-23, the SU-27, MiG-29, MiG-31, the JS-39 Gripen. I don't know why that's the SF-39, but whatever. The RCO-1, or Rafale C. The Eurofighter Typhoon. And the Tornado F2. Then for the showcase going forward, after we finish air combat, we'll be doing Ace Combat 3. We will be doing the dead copy. And there's 23 aircraft that are playable. So we'll probably be doing it in 4 sets of 6, meaning one will be 5. So I'll try and see if I can get with Sly to, because apparently I don't have the Appendisk file installed properly. I'm going to see if you can help me get that installed so I can actually have the aircraft on screen. If not, I'll just use the wiki and show that up there, because I've already got permission to broadcast the corresponding wiki article. Totally not shameless plug. But anyway, thank you all for joining me. I hope you had fun, and I will see you guys tomorrow with Dragon Age 2. Good night, everybody.